Hello there, Year 6. Welcome to our Q&A session for your September beginning at PCSA. I'm joined by your future Head of Year, Miss Dodson.
Hello.
And for the next few minutes, we will try to answer all of your questions. Thank you for your interest in supplying us with all these questions. So hopefully at the end of these sessions, you will have any of your queries, worries, questions answered. So let's begin with that first question, which is how many children are there in a tutor group?
There'll be approximately 25 students in your tutor group. Some tutor groups will have 24, maybe some will have 26, but approximately 25.
So our next question is, do we have all our lessons in our tutor groups, or will be different groups? So you need to appreciate that from September it's going to be different arrangements due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So you will start your lessons, your day rather, in your tutor groups, and then for your next 5 teaching sessions you will be in slightly different arrangements. And then for your PM tutor session you will going back into your tutor groups. So you're going to start the day in your tutor groups. Then for the next 5 lessons, your teaching lessons, you're going to be in slightly different groups, and then you will finish the day back into your tutor groups. So our next question, what clubs can we do after school?
During term 1, it will be slightly different. This will be reviewed after the October half term. If we were as normal in September, you would have a variety of clubs that you can attend. There are academic clubs such as your English, Maths and Science. You've also got creative clubs. There's also opportunities in regards to our school productions, choir, music. There's lots of different clubs that will be available to you. What I would say is if there's anything that you're particularly passionate about that when you come to us isn't available, please speak to a member of staff, because if we can, we will try and have that club for you.
Okay, our next question, what trips will we be able to go in Year 7? This is a very similar response, I'm afraid, to what you just said about after-school clubs. Normally at PCSA we have a plethora of trips, educational, recreational. However, for term 1 and until further notice, we won't be able to do any trips due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully things will get better. The guidance from the Department of Education will change, and we will be able to offer you some trips out of school. Our next question is about lessons and lessons offer at PCSA. We have worked very, very hard, so from September you will have a full curriculum when you join us. You will have your core offer of English, Maths, Science, as well as humanities lessons, RE, geography, history, DT, art, including music and drama. So you will not be missing out of any of your curriculum offers that we do here at PCSA. There will be some slight readjustments we will explain later, but in terms of your lessons, you will be able to learn all of the different subjects here at PCSA. So our next question is about uniform, and what's our uniform like?
We do have a uniform policy, and I would advise that parents, carers and students ensure that you look at our school website, which will detail what you can and you can't wear and what is acceptable regarding PCSA. For our PE lessons, there will be advice also on there. So for students, when you come to us, can you please make sure that you're looking at the website in regards to PE and the expectations for those days as well. One thing I would say in regards to school uniform is that you will need black polishable shoes, which are supportive, and also during the winter months are going to protect your feet as you travel around the school site after the October half term, hopefully.
Wonderful. Our next question, how does the reward system work in terms of positives and negatives?
Lots of students ask me, What I would say is that best pieces of work, excellent academic achievements, yes, you will get your positives, you will be rewarded for excellent academic work. Please also bear in mind that as a school, we do also reward great behaviour. That's in regards to being polite, well-mannered, helping out another student, helping a member of staff. All of those sorts of things will go towards your positive achievements.
Wonderful, thank you, Miss. Our next question is, I'm worried about getting lost. How will we find a way around? Now, in normal circumstances, you would be expected to move around the school on a daily basis to go from lesson to lesson. And in normal circumstances, your head of year, the leadership team, other members of staff around the school will be around to guide you to the right place. However, from September, because we're going to operate on different year group zones, you don't have to worry about getting lost, because you will be using for at least one term the same classroom. So don't worry about logistics in finding your way around or getting lost, because as I said, you will be based in a classroom from September. So next question is about homework. What is it like and how often will it be set? Now, you will become familiar with our system here at PCSA of the learning cycles. So we have divided the academic year into 4 cycles. So your homework will be set at the start of every cycle. I'm sure you had a sample of a homework booklet sent to you with your Year 7 pack at the start of July. So you know how the homework booklet will look like. So your teachers will give you your homework booklet at the start of the learning cycle, and you will be working on this for the next 7 weeks. Your teachers will check the quality of your work, and you don't have to worry about dates, when is it set. You will have your booklet set at the start of the cycle, and you will be working from there. All the knowledge you need to complete your homework will be in your knowledge organizer for each subject, which I think you had a sample as well in your July pack for the start of September. But your teachers, your tutors, Miss Dodson here, they will be available. If you have any problem, something you don't understand in terms of homework, we'll be more than happy to clarify and help you along when it comes to homework. So our next question is about projects in lessons.
For the first term, it will be slightly different. However, returning after October half term, assuming that we get all the guidance that we can do so, the projects that you'll be able to do will be across all of your subjects. There's all sorts of different things. So art, there's African mask making, there's clay projects. In drama, there'll be productions, there'll be small rehearsals that you can do during your drama clubs and also your drama lessons. There's projects in humanities. Sir, could you give me an example of a humanities project?
A humanities project, you can do, like last year, the geography students were creating water barrier defences and dams and how you can stop flooding. And the work was absolutely top quality.
And some of these projects will be individual projects, some of them you can pair up, and also some of them will be group projects, which is really lovely when we all come together and collaborate.
Wonderful. Next question is about whether we're using any online systems in order to help you with your maths, your spellings, or science. We do actually for maths, we're using an online system called Hegarty, and this will be part of your homework as well. Hegarty is an amazing math system where you actually do your work and you have small videos to explain how to go through certain problem solving solutions if you're stuck. And similarly in science we're using a system called Tassomai. There's also My Maths. There are apps in English that the English department are using, and they will tell you all about it. Okay, we're moving on to our next question. If we don't have a locker, where do we put a school bag?
So term 1, you'll keep your school bag with you, so it will remain in the classroom until you leave at the end of the day. After that time, if you don't have a locker, you will be expected to carry your items around with you. Looking at school uniform, my advice would be for you to have a rucksack that's large enough to fit an A4 folder, which you can also incorporate your PE kit into as well.
Okay, next question. When will I find out who my tutor is?
All of you by now should have received a pack or an email or a conversation with myself in regards to who your tutor is and which tutor group you will be in. Should you not have received that, please do contact me. I am also available over the summer should you have any queries.
Lovely. How long is break time and lunch time? Also, will I see my brother? He will be in year 8. Now, in normal circumstances, the answer is yes, you would be able to see your brother. But I'm afraid these are not normal circumstances. So I will start by explaining why you won't be able to see your brother in school. Is because you will be in different year group bubbles. So a student in year 7, it will be in one part of the school. A student in year 8, 9, 10, 11, etc. They will be in different parts of the school. And you won't be allowed, I'm afraid, to be in the same year group bubbles. As far as break time and lunch time, you will have 25 minutes for your break and half an hour for your lunch. And similarly to your social times, you won't be able to mix with other students, I'm afraid. So lunchtime, you will have your allocated time in the restaurant just for your year group. And similarly for break, you will have to stay in your year group bubble. And this will be at least until the end of term 1. If the guidance change after term 1, then we will change appropriately. So our next question, what equipment will we need for our lessons?
In regards to equipment, please could I ask that you bring a pencil case. Again, this will be detailed on the school website in regards to expectations. For example, pen, pencil, ruler. Please bear in mind that we will not be able to share resources, so the equipment would need to be sufficient to, if you were to run out of a pen, something along those lines, you have another pen and additional items should you require those as well. If there are any concerns in regards to equipment for September, please could I ask you to let me know, and if it's something that I can source for you, I will do for September.
Wonderful, thank you, Miss. Next question is about mobile phones and whether we're allowed the use of mobile phones. Now, I want to remind everyone that PCSA is a mobile phone free site, and that started in September 2019. It's not that we not allow students to have mobile phones. You can bring your mobile phone to school, but it has to be switched off and in your bag. Obviously, on your way to school or from school on your way to home, you can use your mobile phone. This is entirely up to you. But when you are in school, you are not allowed to use your mobile phone. Now, this year we might make an exception for some lessons. So, for example, as Miss just explained, we cannot share resources. So normally in your mathematics lessons, your maths teachers will give you a scientific calculator. It's very difficult for us to do so now. So for some exceptional circumstances, you might be allowed to use your mobile phone as a calculator in your lesson. But we're not allowed the use of mobile phones for social times, for example. So please, if you bring your mobile phone to school, make sure it is switched off and in your bag. Okay, our next question, what will happen if we are late to a lesson?
For term 1, please don't worry about being late to your lesson. You're going to be in the same classroom with your tutor first thing in the morning, and your timetable is a weekly timetable, so you will know where you're going to be, who your teaching member of staff is going to be. After term 1, once you've reviewed everything that's going on, when you're moving around the school, especially for the first couple of weeks, you'll have many members of staff who will be around the school site to direct you to the different areas of the school. But please don't worry about that. That's for us to get you to the lessons and ensure you know where you're going.
Thank you, Miss. Our next question, what do I do if I'm being bullied? Now, all I want to say here is that we are taking bullying very, very seriously at PCSA. We have all the necessary systems and processes to make sure, A, that bullying is not happening, but in the rare occasions that it has happened or it is going to happen, we have very, very robust approach to bullying. So Miss now will explain what the process should be if you think you have any problems with bullying.
Please could I also say that if it's yourself that's having any concerns that's being bullied, or if you see somebody else being bullied, please could you raise it. It can go to your tutor if you feel that you have a good relationship with your tutor. Obviously you can speak to parents and carers at home, and they can either contact me directly or they can email in. When you come to Priory, you will also receive your own email account, which you can use to email me. So if you have any particular concerns, you don't get a chance to speak to me, or it's something that you would like to raise anonymously that you've seen that's happening, you can do so directly to my school email account. If anything comes to light, if there are any concerns, please raise them. We can only help you if we're in possession of all the facts and everything that's going on.
Wonderful, thank you, Miss. Next question is about the teachers here at PCSA and whether they are strict. Now, I would like to rephrase the whole thing. It's not about being strict as a teacher, it's following the expectations we have set up here as a school. So we do have very high expectations of our students and of our staff. As a principal here at PCSA, I want to make sure that all my staff have high expectations of the students. When I meet Year 7s for the first time in September, and you're going to see me coming into your first gathering, I'm not going to say assembly because most probably won't be able to put you together in your 300 cohort, but I will visit individual tutor groups and speak to you. I have my two golden rules, if you like, is one, be kind to your fellow students and staff, and do your best, whatever your best is. As long as you can do these two things, it's not about teachers being strict, it's about having high expectations for yourselves first and foremost, and we need to have high expectations for you as well. So that's how we operate as a school, and everything that is happening, all the plans, all the designs, all the thought that goes behind that is because we have high expectations and we want you to achieve your best possible outcomes. So, our next question, what will our timetable look like and how long is the school day?
Term 1, so starting in September, your school day will be 8:40 until 2:45, so you will be leaving 10 minutes earlier than the rest of the school, and that's to ensure that you are safely off the school site before the rest of the school are dismissed as well. During term 1, you'll also have a 25-minute break in the morning, so it's your morning break, and a 30-minute lunch break in the afternoon. During this time, you are able to access the canteen in regards to lunch period. Please bear in mind that if you want to bring a packed lunch, you are also able to do so as well. I would also advise, if possible, for you to bring a refillable drinks bottle, so a refillable water bottle, and students will have access to be able to refill that during the school day as well.
Wonderful. Can I just add something here? I would encourage as many of you as you can, either walk to school or cycle to school, because with the COVID-19 arrangements we have put in the school, the car park is going to be overcrowded, overpopulated, and if you want easy access in and out of school, cycling or walking to school will be ideal for us. And this is only, as I said, until the end of term 1, where we had to make specific arrangements due to the pandemic. So, our next question, what will our first day look like and where do we go?
So your first 2 days, you're going to have 2 transition days rather than the usual one that we would have. During that time, you will meet your tutor, the students that are in your tutor group, and also have an opportunity to meet many of our teaching staff who will be your subject teachers when you start your usual days on the Thursday and the Friday of the week.
Wonderful. So our next question, how much is a meal at lunchtime? Now, there is not only one offer, so obviously we had to again rearrange the food offers we have here at PCSA because of the COVID-19, because of the pandemic, but we will be able to offer a hot meal for all of our students and something that is called grab and go, which is obviously a sandwich or a hot panini or something like that. We are very confident that we will carry on provide the same prices. So a hot meal with a pudding is £1.85, or students, if they don't like the hot meal of the day, they can go to the grab and go area and purchase a panini or a sausage roll for approximately £1.50. So yeah, it's more than one offer and a variety of food. Next question, what will we do in our tutor time? As I said in one of our previous answers, you will meet as a tutor group twice per day. So you will start your day in your tutor groups, and that's your first 20 minutes of the day where we're doing a reading activity. Here at PCSA, we start the day with what we call reading for all. So your tutor from the front of the classroom, they will be reading for you, and you will have your own copy of the novel that you're going to be reading, and you would follow the reading with your books. That will be about 20 minutes, and that's an activity that all year 7, 8, 9s and 10s are doing. This is very important for us because we believe in reading, enhancement of vocabulary, and with that process we are comfortable and confident that from year 7 to the end of year 10 you will be reading with us approximately 20 novels. So you will be doing a series of books in year 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then, as I said, you will be going to your 5 teaching lessons, slightly in different groups, your subject lessons, and then you will finish the day with a PM tutor time where you will be having a different variety of activities. So in these afternoon sessions, you'll be able to talk to your tutors as to how your day is been, looking at a class charts provision. Your tutors will be able to see how many positives you have, celebrate the day with you. We will have activities, what we call economic well-being, where you're going to start looking at how you can apply for a current account, what is a credit card, how you can get a loan, how you can get a mortgage where you later. And this is part of your economic well-being education. You're going to do PSHE, you're going to do citizenship, you're going to do activities about nutritional values and better healthy eating. So we have a huge variety of activities to finish the day. However, as Miss already said, for term 1, your tutor time in terms of your PM session will be slightly shorter because you will be going 10 minutes early before everybody else in school. So I hope you'll enjoy all of these activities that we have prepared for you. Our next question is about experiments and practicals in science.
So at the moment, term 1, there will be no experiments. However, during term 2, we are hoping that all the experiments would continue, resume and continue. There will be all sorts of different things. You grow seeds, you create different motions, you learn about forces, dissections, all sorts of different things that you will learn. The same sorts of things apply to what I was saying in regards to after school club. If there's something you're particularly passionate about, or a subject or a topic that you know is coming up, that you know something about or that you think would be a good idea to share with the class, please do tell the member of staff, because we love to hear from you and incorporate that into our learning.
Wonderful, thank you, Miss. Next question, is the PRC compulsory? This is the gym we have here at PCSA, the Paula Radcliffe Centre.
Not compulsory, however it will be part of your PE lessons. So when usual PE lessons continue and resume, we will invite you into the PRC, so the Paula Radcliffe Centre. You will get an opportunity to look at the machines, learn how to use them safely, and then we are hoping at a later date throughout this academic school year, you will then have the option to become a member, and then you can use it during school times and then after school opportunity as well.
Wonderful. How many floors are there to the school? Now, the only block with a ground and first floor in the school is the front block, the new block where we have English. However, as I said at the very start, you will be based in a block that you don't have to worry about floors or anything like that. So you will be based towards the front of the school. Very shortly you will receive a map, how the school have been divided into its different zones, and you don't have to worry about access to a first or second floor. So all your teaching areas are on the ground floor. So our next question is, will we have access to a library?
Unfortunately not for term 1, however we would review it after the October half term. We do still have our librarians on site who have a plethora of knowledge in regards to books. So if you would like to find out in regards to books, your reading levels, things along those lines, please let me know and I can access that information for you.
Thank you, Miss. Our next question is, what are the expectations if we're unable to get the school uniform in time for September? Now, I've had lots of parents, I think this is a question from a parent, who have contacted me about uniform. We contacted NK Sports. I know the actual store, Wall High Street, is now closed, but the online provision is open. We contacted NK Sports. We were told that if you order now, you should be okay for September. There is a waiting time, approximately 20 days, so I would encourage you to get into contact with NK Sports, go online and try to order the items that you need. There might be some shortages in terms of sizes and specific items, but the best advice I can give you now is go to NK Sports, go online as soon as possible. And also we have been told that the store will open soon as well. But my advice is go online, see what you need, order it, and by the end of August you should be able to have everything you need. If you're unable to purchase the items that you need, then get into contact with us and see whether we can help you with any items, as we have some items here at school that we might be able to lend you for a short period of time. So also I would like to add, Miss mentioned before that you will receive a poster like that with further communication from us. Please have a look at it, and this is the do's and don'ts, if you like, in terms of uniform. So you can hear here at the top left corner, these are the shoes that they're acceptable and part of a uniform policy. Basically, if they're polishable black, then they're okay for students to wear as part of the policy. And you can see some of them, they are trainer like those Air Max Nike, I think they're called. These are okay for students to purchase and wear with uniform. And similarly, you can see in terms of school trousers, skirts and shorts, we are happy if students want to wear shorts and skirts to purchase those as well. As long as they fall into any of these categories, then we are happy for the students to purchase and wear as part of the uniform. So we're going to our next question now, which is, will the school bus be picking up and dropping off in Qstock in September? Again, the answer to this question is, I'm sorry you're going to find it a little bit vague. We're in constant communication with North Somerset, and North Somerset, they're trying to identify whether there are enough numbers for them to operate from different parts of Western coming into school. Very, very shortly, we will send a survey to all parents to express your interest whether you want to use public transportation in terms of coming into school. Please respond to that survey, express your interest, whether you would like public transport, and then North Somerset will look at the demand and they will let us know which routes and which buses will be running in September. As soon as we know, we will let you know immediately. We will send everyone a letter about the buses and which ones are available, and we will publish that on our website as well. But the first thing is, please respond to the survey that will be coming out very, very shortly, so we know the demand and then North Somerset can make appropriate arrangements. So we're going then to our next question. Is there a buddy system at PCSA?
We do have a buddy system. Currently we have our current year 7, so that will be a year 8 in September, from all of our feeder schools, that's all the primary schools that are coming to us, who are our buddies for our new intake. So you may well know them from last year, or there may be somebody new to you. So we've got student buddies as well as members of staff who do mentoring, as well as student welfare officers, myself, tutors. There's a wealth of different people. Depending on what you need, we will find the right person for you.
Wonderful, thank you, Miss. And this is a last question. We're looking to buy a new laptop, tablet. Are there any particular devices or software that we should go for? Actually, I've asked the IT team as well, so I give you a well scientific answer. And anything Microsoft based will be ideal for everything we use here at school. Make sure you have a license for Microsoft Works, for apps like PowerPoint and Word, because that's mainly the apps that the students will need to open files and complete work. But anything Microsoft based will be ideal for the students to work with. So these were the questions we received from students and parents. Thank you for submitting all of them. I hope you found that session very, very informative and useful. But that doesn't mean if you don't have any other questions, you don't communicate with us. So please, if you have any more questions, either myself or Miss Dodson here will be more than happy to respond and answer your questions or any queries you might have for September. There will be more correspondence from us coming soon. By the end of this week, we will be sending you, early next week maybe, we will be sending you plans for September opening. I've already mentioned a couple of things about year group bubbles and how the school is going to be divided. But the whole plan will be arriving soon through the post. Keep the communication coming. We'll be more than happy to help and answer any questions. Anything from you, Miss?
I would just like to say thank you to those students who have sent me emails in regards to yourselves, what you're going to be doing over the summer. If you can and you're allowed to, I would like you to contact your tutors individually about yourself. If you've got any questions other than what we've discussed at the moment, if you're nervous about anything, or if you've just got a general question about what it's like at Priory, please do contact us, especially over the summer, and I really do look forward to meeting you all in September.
So same for me actually, looking forward to meet you all in September. It's great that we have these 2 days of transition. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it in a July term, July month, but we are looking forward to meet you all in September, 1st and 2nd. All I can say is have a wonderful summer break, stay safe, be well, and we're looking forward to see you all. Goodbye.
Bye.